Dear content creator, what a year 2024 has been, y'all. I know that this year might have been filled with highs and lows. And so, in this episode, I wanted to close out 2024 with a time for reflection, taking some time to reflect on what my year has been like, and also giving you the opportunity to also take some time to reflect. So, let's dive in. What up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Dear Content Creator. I am your host, ChariMaggie. Y'all, it is December. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Like, it is that wonderful time of the year. Yes, if you are someone who really loves this time of the year personally, I love it because the place just feels different. The vibes is different. Colors are everywhere. People seem happier. I know that for some people, it might not be so much of a joyful time depending on how the holidays are for you. Like if it comes with any kind of certain memories. But I know for a majority of people, it's a time that they probably get to spend some time with family or even take a break and also reflect before they go into the new year. All right, y'all, before we get into this episode, y'all know whenever I'm wearing nails, my hands off the be all over the place doing a little thing. I cannot go in this episode without showing off the holiday nails, y'all. Like, can you see that? If you're watching this on YouTube or if you watch it on Spotify, I'm going to put up the video version. Get into these nails, y'all. These are press on, by the way, courtesy of Loud Accessories. She always make sure it's come true, make sure some nails them on point. And what I love is, as someone who I have, this year been getting my nails done more often at the salon, but honestly, I found that my nails were really getting super sensitive. I would always go after every visit when I have to go back again. It would hurt so much to put nails on. And so I realized that my nail bed was like very sensitive and getting weak. So I took a break. But from time to time, you still want the nails them to look cute. My nails are not the type that really grows to the length I want them to. And I also kind of have a bad habit of biting them. So big up to Loud Accessories for hooking me up with my customized press-on nails. These are some that she made for me for the holiday season, keeping me festive and ready. So if you are someone looking for customized nails for any occasion, hit up Loud Accessories. I'm going to put in the show notes the link and also the description box. You can find a link for where you can find her. If you are team press on, you got some really cute press-ons out there and she can make them to your size and all of that. I still have to get some of my sizing correct. But yeah, overall, I'm really digging these. Wanna say for the nails. We look cute? So as y'all heard in the beginning, we are taking some time to reflect on 2024. And I would like to, first of all, take some time to take a toast. Because when we did our first episode, I actually did a little toast with y'all. And I want to do a toast to close out the year. This is wrapping up season 1 of the podcast. Next year, I am excited to, see what comes out of it. But I have this customized drink now. Listen, anybody who is from the Caribbean, you already know that our go-to drink is going to be sorrel. All right. This is what we drink around Christmas time. And I have in my hand here, this is a bottle from Meraki Mix. And this is sorrel and it has a little bit of rum in there. Yeah. You can get it without rum, but these are the 1.5 liter bottles. I'm going to put all the information in the show notes as well because she not only makes sorrel drinks, this is her specialized drinks that she does around the holiday season, but throughout the year she has her customized cocktails, whether you want it mocktail version or with alcohol for a cocktail, you can get those as well. So I really am looking forward to tasting this. I've had her cocktail mix. This is my first time going to be trying out the sorrel, and we are going to be taking a sip on the show because we are going to make a toast, So we are coming with a force. I'm going to get this out now. Me a struggle. It's the nails, All right, see, we get it off. All right. A nice little SMR for y'all. ASMR. Yeah. Cheers, y'all. Cheers. Whether you have a drink in your hand or you have an imaginary drink, I want you to take some time to take a cheers with me right now to 2024, everything that we've been able to accomplish, no matter how small it was. We definitely need to be proud of ourselves. It doesn't matter what your content creation journey was like this year. You must have something that you are proud of that you would like to celebrate. And so this is the time to take the moment to soak it in. We made it till the end of the year, y'all. Cheers. Ooh, yeah, man. Just the way my like is. Yeah, man. Meraki mix, yeah. Never disappoint. Never disappoint. So if you're someone who you're not in the mood to make your own sorrel, maybe you have some gathering happening, go ahead and order. So again, I'll put all the information in the show notes for y'all. So if you would like to get your own bottle, you can go ahead and do that. What are we going to talk about in this episode? I'm going to try and break it down into like professional reflection, personal reflection, and then like some wins, I guess, for this year, specifically from the content creator standpoint. So let's start off first with the personal. So in case y'all didn't know, I actually got married last year, and in a couple of like weeks, actually, it's going to be officially 1 year since I've been married. And this year has just been such a great journey. Like, I got a chance to see what it felt like to just have a partner that they really support everything that I do. Like, before we got married, he was always supportive, but now that we're a unit, every decision that I make also will affect him and vice versa. And he really, really, I would say, came through this year to assist me. He was helping me with some brand deals that I had to do. For example, he was there on set helping me for that. Just the encouraging words that I needed. And after the year I had last year, where I was laid off and, I didn't have a job for like over a year and a half, he has really been my personal cheerleader. Because sometimes you can't be your own cheerleader. You need people by your side. And I have an amazing support system. My family, my parents, my brother, they're really great at supporting me. But, they're from a distance. So it really helps when you have someone who sees you every day. They kind of see your highs and lows, and they're there to kind of help pick you up and give you encouraging words. So this year, I really liked that we were able to just do more together. Certain things we weren't able to do before, because when you are an immigrant, there are certain processes that you go through that affect, you're going in and out of a country. And then the pandemic didn't really help. So when we were in our process for like our PR and things like that, certain things like, traveling and all of that, it wasn't really something we could really do that freely. And so this year it was just amazing because we got to travel. Like, I thought we would only get to do like one trip, but we actually went, we went to Mexico. We went to New York and New Jersey. That was actually a road trip with some of our friends. That was quite an experience. Like, maybe that needs to be a story time for next time, but there was like a whole Airbnb nightmare from that situation. We went to Chicago. That was fun. I got a chance to eat Chicago deep dish pizza for the first time, and I will say I can see what the hype is all about. And then we went to Milwaukee. You're probably wondering what the hell am I doing in Milwaukee? Like, I went to see some family who was there. Also got to spend some time with my parents while they were on vacation. So it was really fun. Like, looking back, we had a great year, I would say, and I'm looking forward to what we will do together in the future. Personally, there are some things that I would love to be able to start doing. I'm thinking about, motherhood. What would that look like? So I'm excited. Yeah. All right. And enough of that. Canada, I get like a sappy a while ago. So that's it for like the personal. On the flip side, so I talked about personal in terms of, my relationship in a marriage, but I also got a chance to nurture some friendships that they kind of started out first of us just having common interests as content creators, but then went over into us actually talking about everyday life experience. There are three amazing women that I have gotten the opportunity to really get close to this year. Michelle, Shirley, um, me and Shirley have been on the road this year, like for sure. We have been at almost every single event together. And then I have Chid, who is also another podcast host. She was actually very helpful in helping me get my setup that I have right now for this podcast. So we had a lot of FaceTime chats, just, catching up, talking about work, life, all of these things. And we've made some time to even meet up in person to just really just catch up and talk and chill. And I think for the very longest as a creator, a lot of times when I have, met up with other content creators, sometimes it kind of felt like it was just because we're creators why we had like that commonality of wanting to meet up and see what each other were up to in terms of creatively, but not so much like getting into like personal life stuff. And so it kind of felt nice that when I wanted to take a break from making content and thinking about content and all of that, I had some people that I could just talk to when things got tough. And, sometimes you just need friends to talk to. So, and they're here. That's the thing. I do have a best friend. I have two actually, and they are not in Canada. So it makes it really, really hard for certain things, but love them to death. And they are also very instrumental in keeping the connection despite the distance that we have. But it also feels good to have friends who are nearby that you can meet up with. They're more readily available sometimes to like hang out and stuff like that. So yeah, really grateful that I have those women in my life and that I was able to nurture these friendships this year. And I'm looking forward to nurturing them some more next year, We have to keep that going. Yeah, so what else for personally? Let me see. I think this probably is a great segue into the professional stuff, but I really got some of my confidence back. So remember how I talked about the fact that I was not working for over a year and a half because I got laid off from my job. This was like kind of after the pandemic, you could say, kind of a deal, or like actually during, yeah. So everyone was going through it. Employment was very unpredictable. It still is. And so I remembered when I did eventually land a job opportunity at the end of last year, I was able to negotiate to start this year because, as you all know, I got married last year, December. I wanted to focus on my wedding and not worry about people and them business. So I got a chance to actually start the job this year, and my confidence really grew. Just being able to see what I was capable of. So I have a background in digital marketing, fully self-taught, and I took different certifications to help me, like I took the Facebook digital marketing, social media marketing course. I took the Google e-commerce and digital marketing course to really help me just with certain things that I wouldn't really know as someone who didn't formally go to school for marketing. And as a content creator, I found that I was doing a lot of these things already. Building a platform, building a community. How do you communicate? How do you storytell? And then learning how the platforms work, learning what, how to test with different type of content to see what's working, what's not working. I've been doing all these things from before. So it was like, why not? I can definitely do this. So with this new job that I have, I get to work more on the client account management side of things, which means that I'm fostering relationships, helping agency owners to maintain their clients by actually performing and doing what we say we're going to do. So a lot of agencies, some of the issues they have when it comes on to clients is that there's not enough communication, there's not proper project management to keep projects on track. And so I got to put that hat on in more of a corporate setting and just really bring a lot of those transferable skills that I had all along as a creator. I'm the one who has to set deadlines for myself. When I'm working with brands and I have campaigns, I have to also, manage my timeline of how I'm going to do this and do that to deliver to them. So bringing all of that experience into this new role while at the same time getting to work in the digital marketing space was really cool. And I had a lot of wins. making the agencies I was paired with happy, keeping them on and helping them with their systems. So making SOPs and making different processes to help their business run more smoothly. So that was a big confidence booster. Hearing from my manager what a great job I was doing. So I will say that even though it's taken me some time to get that confidence back for my business, which I relaunched recently, I will admit I've been a bit hesitant and feeling a bit of imposter syndrome since relaunching, just because it's very easy, similar to being a content creator. You're like comparing yourselves to other people. If there's certain, social proof you don't have to show right now when it comes on to just marketing as a whole, especially social media, it seems like if you can't tell people that you can help them go viral or sell out or whatever, like people won't really want to work with you. They want that kind of guarantee. And the way I work and operate and how I have receipts for that is I help businesses to have a sustainable social media strategy. Posting for the sake of posting is not going to help you reach your customers. It's not going to help them buy from you. It's not going to help you grow. And I think I need to get back to how I can, I guess, communicate that without feeling the pressure of, I need to say I made 10K a month and that's what people are going to want to hear to work with me. Like, I'm just going to stay authentic to myself, as I've always been doing as a content creator. Doing that as a business owner as well is very important. And so I'm looking forward to what next year is going to look like for me career wise and as an entrepreneur as well. And I guess the last thing I want to reflect on or celebrate a little bit is I went from having no deals, never working with big brands ever. I maybe had one or two small businesses that I did, one or two partnerships with before and things like that, but nothing major. And this year I had a total of 4 like major brand deals that I did. And that was such a huge accomplishment because 2 of them were like brands that I really admired and I wanted to work with. So if you follow me on my ChariMaggie TV page, you would know that I did a campaign with Western Union. I did one with DoorDash. Those were the 2 major like brands that I partnered with. And for me this year, I also was invited to more PR events. Usually when I went to PR events in the past, I was usually someone's plus one. And for the first time ever, I had agencies actually reaching out to me personally and inviting me to come to events. And that gave me some sort of, I would say, validation to know that, you know what, it might feel as if what you're doing is not making any strides. It might feel like it's pointless, like no one's seen what you're doing. You have no value. It's very easy to feel like that. And even when you see others around you winning, and as much as you're, of course, happy for them, sometimes it feels like, when is it my turn? Right. And I've had many years feeling like that. And this year it was like back to back, the opportunities were coming. And all I could say is, thank you, God. I really am grateful. I'm grateful also for my community because they have also been instrumental in helping me finding my voice. If there's anything I have learned throughout this, not only this year, but over time as I've been building up my platform and my community, is storytelling is key. I shared this before in one of the episodes where we talked about, finding your what you want to talk about, your passion, why you want to make content, etc. And storytelling is a big part of what makes you stand out. Yes, there will be people who will do the same like type of niche or topic, but how do you stand out? Your experience makes you different. Your lived experience makes you different. So tap into that. Don't shy away from it. And I feel like the minute I did that and was just unapologetic about it is when things started to change for me, but also leveling up the quality of my content was like a huge thing as well. So that is something I definitely want to continue in 2025 as well. But yeah, like this year is just, it was full of so many surprises. And what I am hoping for before the year ends, and I hope that you all will find this new project that I'm working on useful, especially if you're still in that season of figuring out where you want to go with content creation, I will be working on an ebook, which I hope to release before the year ends. And so, if you want to be up to date on what that ebook is going to be about, and if it will be beneficial to you, I highly recommend that you subscribe to my newsletter. The link will be in the show notes and the description box, with this being the very last episode for the year and for season 1. I just wanted to make sure that I plug that. And this is also me kind of holding myself accountable to do this before the year ends and not keep putting it off, because imposter syndrome, like, we know all that go already. So yeah, I guess the question is, what am I hoping for 2025? I don't know. I think I want to definitely keep growing. There are certain things I'm definitely putting out there, praying about it. Certain things I would love to have more opportunities in next year. So I'm putting it out there. If anyone hears this, if you feel like I'm a fit for some of these opportunities, by all means. But I have learned that closed mouths don't get fed. So I'm going to put it out there. I would love the opportunity to do some hosting opportunities for, like, panels and things like that. Also speaking. I think I have a lot that I can share to help other creators who maybe have similar stories to me. Like, not all of us blew up overnight. Not all of us knew what we wanted to do with this content creation thing. And not all of us saw success immediately. It kind of was a slow burn. But being able to see the fruits of your labor, and you get to sit back and say, wow, I am proud of, myself. And you're able to see how far you've come, and how resilience definitely pays off. Hard work pays off. Continuing to show up definitely pays off, but also not shying away from making connections with people, because you never know who is watching. Always put it out there, some of your desires too. Like, there's a difference between telling people your plans prematurely versus putting out there, this is what I would want to do. You never know who might have that opportunity for you. And so this is me putting it out there. Definitely would like to work with more brands. There are a couple that I have on my wish list for sure. If you do follow me on my ChariMaggie TV platform, you know that part of what I talk about is Creole languages, specifically uplifting Haitian Creole. I've been on my own journey of relearning the language in terms of teaching myself how to spell and read it, because I'm someone who kind of learned how to speak the language by listening to my parents when they spoke to me growing up, but I never really knew how to spell the words or anything like that. So Duolingo has been my go-to app. I am on like day 700 and something streak, daily streak right now. So that's a platform that I've used religiously. I've talked about it so much, and I think there's definitely a fit there. So I am going to pray about a lot of these opportunities that I want to see for the new year. And there are other things that I have desires for, but I'll leave it there for now. And we will come back in the new year to talk about those some more for sure. Boy, I'm gonna take a little sip of the rest of the cereal again, cause guys, I want to know from y'all, what is your go-to drink, especially around the holiday season? There are a couple that I definitely do enjoy. I do love me a nice glass of sorrel. I do like eggnog. Once they start putting those out, I will definitely be grabbing a couple of cartons. Cremas, if you're Haitian, sac passe. Cremas is the go-to drink during the holiday season, but also just for any special occasions, you can expect to see people with cremas. I'm trying to think what other drink really. Those are the main drinks I would say around this time of the year I really look forward to having. And yeah, again, y'all, cheers. How are you going to be spending the holiday season? If you want to share, it's going to be very chill for me. I think I'm going to do like a dinner. Me and hubby, I want to actually like make a spread for us and then just have a bunch of food available for us to like eat over the week. The way I grew up having it when my mom would cook Christmas dinner and then we had days upon days of leftovers that, she didn't have to do any big cooking. I kind of want to have that type of vibe and just kind of starting my own, Christmas tradition, bought a Christmas tree, decorated it and all of that. So it's a start. But yeah, I think I went on a little tangent there. I'm not sure where I was going with that, but I think y'all get the gist. So let us wrap up this episode with the Dear Future Me segment. If you are new to listening to the podcast, this is basically a segment where I encourage you to reflect on what the episode is about, and you're going to then write yourself a letter to your future self. And this is part of what has been also helping me with like journaling, because I like to also look back at it when, my future self can look back at what I said at this time of the year and see if I kept true to what those words of encouragement were to myself. So, dear future me, I hope you're stepping into 2025 with even more clarity and purpose. I hope you continue to embrace challenges and celebrate the wins, big or small. Remember to prioritize the people and projects that bring you joy, and don't be afraid to take that next big step, whatever it may be. And with that, I am going to say thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the very first season of Dear Content Creator. I loved doing these episodes, showing up every single week, having these conversations with you. And for you who took the time to listen, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. Looking forward to the new season. It will be out in the new year. Not really sure of a date just yet because we have other things that we're working on as well. So for now, I'm not going to put an official date of when we're coming back. But if you would like to stay in the loop, subscribe to the newsletter. And also in the new year, you can also expect to see some guests on the podcast where we are going to sit down and talk about their journey and some of the gems that they are going to drop. Until next time, y'all, thank y'all for listening, and I will see y'all in the new year. Bye.